and girls, international break is finally over. We are back in Premier League action. Now, I know I moan about Arsenal so much, but once it's taken away, you can't wait for it to come back. We are back in Premier League action, as I was saying, and this time it's Stoke City. Now, I know that we haven't really got much to play for in the Premier League, but this means a little something to us because we can push Stoke closer to the relegation. We can push Stoke further down. They're currently second bottom in the league. They've only won 6 games all season. They've got a goal difference of -29. One of those 6 though was against us. Second game of the season, they beat us 1-0. Now, we're not going to get into the fact that we should have had loads of penalties and we had an offside goal disallowed that shouldn't have been. The fact is we lost. We do have a better record against Stoke at home compared to the Britannia, but we can't take anything for granted. As I said, the fight in relegation, they are right in the mix. They're really in danger of losing their Premier League status, so they are fighting for survival. But as an Arsenal fan, it would be lovely to just push them that little bit closer. Why? Because of the whole Aaron Ramsey saga. This isn't about what Ryan Shawcross done to Aaron Ramsey. This is about what the Stoke fans done to Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey did nothing wrong. He was the one who had his leg snapped in half. But yet Stoke fans feel the need to boo him, to abuse him, like he's done something wrong. Excuse me, not really smart up there, are ya? So, for myself and every other Arsenal fan, I think it's safe to say we would love to see you relegated. Bye-bye. Get in the Championship, because that's where you belong. Can't say no more fairer than that, can I? In terms of the 1 to 11, like I said, I think that we can change things around for the Premier League. I think that the Europa League is our priority right now. We're not going to get into the Champions League via the top 4. So this is a chance to play some of the fringe players, maybe give a bit of fitness to a few, and maybe try out some of the youngsters. But for this game, this is what I'm going to go with. In goal, Cech. Pretty simple really. He plays in goal in the league games. David Ospina plays in the cup games. Can't see this changing. Last game, Cech was actually really good. Made a couple of decent saves and he saved a penalty. He saved a penalty from Troy Deeney as well. So yeah, Cech goes in goal. In the defence, we're going to start off with the back line. And first of all, I'm going to go with Callum Chambers. I'm going to give Laurent Koscielny more of a rest. Like I said, this is a chance to experiment a little bit. We all know that Koscielny's got an ongoing Achilles problem. Save him for the Europa League game in midweek. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off with Callum Chambers. Next to him, we're going to go with Mustafi. Great performance last time out against Watford. Need more of the same. It's going to be the experienced player alongside Callum Chambers. So he's got to do his job right. On the left-hand side, we're going to go with Monreal. Back from injury. Probably been our player of the season, to be honest. Needs a few games, few minutes under his belt because of the injury. So that's why I'm going to play him in this one. Monreal. On the right-hand side, we're going to go with Hector Bellerin. Again, a player that's been injured recently. So because he's, needs a few minutes, I'm going to play him in this game, Hector Bellerin. In the midfield, I'm going to make some changes here as well. I'm going to leave Granit Xhaka out for this game because he's played a couple of games on international duty. And he has played a hell of a lot of football lately. So I'm going to pull him out of this one and I'm going to put El Neni in there. Now, he's signed a new contract, long-term contract at the club. And I think that's good news. At the end of the day, he's a great squad player. He's someone that's reliable. And he's been playing well lately. Let's be real about it. He's not the glitz and the glamour and the big name that everybody would like. But he does the job. He goes about his business. He doesn't get a lot of games. Sometimes he's not even on the bench. But yet he's still there, still smiling. Gets on with the job. So I'm going to go with Mohamed El Neni. Alongside him, first player I'm going to put in there, I'm going to go with Maitland-Niles. I'm going to put him in his preferred midfield position. We're going to have a 3 in there. I'm not going to play Aaron Ramsey. He had a small operation during the international break and he is back in full training. but I think he's too important to maybe risk for this game, and we're going to save him for the Europa League. Alongside Maitland-Niles, I'm going to go with Jack Wilshere. Was meant to play for England against Holland and Italy, but he was pulled out because of a tiny knee problem. Don't know how bad it is, but I think he'll be all right, and I would actually put him in there and I'll play him in this game. So Jack Wilshere. Going in the number 10 role, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Some might say it's a gamble to play him because of the Europa League. If he had played 2 games for Germany during the internationals, I would never have played him. But he was sent back and he didn't play the second international. Now, there's talk that it was because he just needed a bit more of a rest. And there was talk because he had a little niggling injury. I'm not too sure. Haven't seen what Arsene Wenger said about the situation yet. But I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil in that kind of 10 role. Next player we're going to put in there, I'm going to actually go with Mkhitaryan. Another player that's been on international duty. But I think he'll be all right for this one. I was very tempted to put Lacazette in there because he's back from injury. But Lacazette is going to be so crucial for the Europa League because we can't play Aubameyang. So I would be tempted to start him, but I'm just going to say for this one that he starts off on the bench and maybe give him a nice 20-25 minutes just to get him going again, and then he will start the Europa League game in midweek. So for this one, I'm going to go with Henrik Mkhitaryan. Up front, striker, we're going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. 3 goals, 5 games, also missed a penalty. I really want to see Aubameyang and Lacazette together. Not yet, and I know we're not going to see him in the Europa League, but in the league games, it's a chance to experiment. But yeah, for this one, up front, we're going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So there we have it. That is my predicted 1 to 11. You know what to do. Let me know in the comment section whether you agree. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Keep an eye out for the matchday vlog after the game as per usual. And it's over to you lot now, Arsenal. I'm out of here.